Hey guys, welcome back to the Cousins Connected channel. Alexis here, and today I am going to be making a special video for you guys. So if you guys like the video I'm going to do, then give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel down below, and turn on the post notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to make a video of like my favorite, not necessarily favorite books, but some books I've read recently. I'm going to be rating them out of 5 stars, and so I'm going to be giving them a star based on like how good of plot they have and just how much I like them. And we'll just talk about these books that I have. I have about like 7 or 8 out that we're going to talk about today. So I've seen quite a few of these videos around YouTube recently, and so I decided I'd hop on the trend and to do it too. So I have these books, and I kind of struggle finding a series of books to read sometimes. So some of these books I'm not always going to like because I'm not entirely sure what I like about like what books I like. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, then comment them down below. Okay, the first book I have here is The Greatest Salesman. So it's a pretty short read. It's not like that, like it's a pretty short read. It's not a very big book at all. And so basically in this book it's set in like ancient times, like BC and all that kind of stuff. It's like a story of Halford. I don't know if I said that right. Hopefully I did. But he's like a young man who lives in Jerusalem, and he's like had like a really successful like trading like business career. So it's kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure if it's like fiction or if it's realistic fiction or if it's actually a true story. I don't really know, but it's got a decent plot, so I'd give it 3 out of 5 stars for plot, and I'd give this book 4 out of 5 stars because sometimes it's a little hard to follow, but overall it's a good book. Okay guys, the next book I have is Anne's House of Dreams. So it's the sequel to Anne of Green Gables. I believe it's by L.M. Montgomery, I think. Hopefully. I'm really bad at this kind of stuff. So it's basically her and Gilbert, who they get married in this book, or the Anne of Green Gables, I don't remember. But they get married, and Gilbert Blythe is a doctor. And so they end up buying a house, and that's kind of the whole story. If you guys ever read Anne of Green Gables before, then you would know how the writing is. It's like that. It's kind of the same style of writing. I personally don't love this book. I give it for plot like 1.5 out of 5 stars because it just didn't have the best plot to it. There wasn't just like any action. It was very calm, which is okay. Just not my personal taste, and I'd give this book 1 out of 5 stars. So now we're going to move into some series of books. So the first book is Matched, and then the second book is Crossed, so we're going to be kind of talking about them together. And then there's a third book called Reach, which is right here. You guys can see that. So that's the third book right there. And so this is written by Ali Condie, I think. I don't really know, guys. But anyway, this book is a dystopian novel. It's a pretty long read. This book is pretty good. I mean, I feel like the first book, Matched, is better than the second book, Crossed. I feel like the Crossed kind of got dragged out. So basically the idea is they're getting matched with the people. So you get matched with the person you're going to marry, and you have to marry those people. But then the main character kind of becomes a rebel of like this movement, and she gets like her match is like all weird, and that's kind of like the whole theme of the book. It's set in the future, so that's kind of the whole theme. I definitely say Matched is better than Crossed. I think Crossed there didn't really need to be a Crossed. I feel like they should have been able to wrap it up in Matched. And I haven't read Reached yet, and I don't think I will because I'm not loving it. So for Matched, I'd give Match's plot a 4.5 out of 5 because I feel like it is a good plot, and it's a good plot, but I don't love how she like the author wrote the plot. So I'd give it a 3 out of 5 stars for matched. And then for the whole series, for crossed, well, it's kind of the same for plot. And then the second, I'd probably give it 2 out of 5 stars because it's just not quite as good. And the whole series, from the 2 books I read so far, I'd give it a 3 out of 5 stars for my overall rating for them. Okay, so I have another book series up next. So this book series starts with Front Desk. So here is the book cover of Front Desk, if you guys can see that. So this book I actually read a couple of years ago, and it was really good. It was like, it's probably one of my favorite books I've read in a long time, and this is the sequel to it, which is 3 Keys, and then the other book, which is Room to Dream, which is the 3rd book in the series. I don't know if they're going to make another one, but this is a really good series. It's about Mia, who is a Chinese immigrant who lives in Anaheim, California, and she's just like trying to, they're like working in a motel, but they're having all sorts of like problems. It's based off a true story, and it's really well written, and it is also by Kelly Yang. So this is a really good series. I read all the books. I love her. She's a good author. They're pretty decent reads, like not like super short, but they're not like really long either. But I really like these books. For plot, I give it a 5 out of 5, and I'd rate this book a 5 out of 5 because I really like it. Okay guys, so the next book is kind of a series, and I'm probably going to spend the most time talking about this book, so just a heads up. So the first book, I'm going to put in a screenshot of what the first book is. Okay, so that's the first book in the series, and then the second book is Such Wicked Intent. These have been my favorite books that I've read in a long time. So basically, they're the sequel to Frankenstein, and Frankenstein is written by Mary Shelley, but these are written by Kenneth Oppel at a different time. Kenneth Oppel is also the author of Airborne, if you know what that is. So, yeah, I really like Kenneth Oppel. He's a really good author. And the way he read it, it aligns with Frankenstein. I haven't read Frankenstein yet, but I'm going to read Frankenstein. So, yeah. But these books are really good. They're kind of like, they align with Frankenstein, and they like give you backstory even though it's not written by the same author, or Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was written first and this was written after that, but it still like really lines up and it's good. So I like these books. They're both really good. They're both decent reads, like decently long reads. It's a really good book. I love these books, so I'd rate it like 4.5 out of 5 for plot. And I love these books, so I'd give it a 5 out of 5 stars. So I just realized I forgot to do like kind of a summary for these books. So basically it's before Frankenstein, so it's like how in the first book it's how Victor, which is in Frankenstein, and his brother Conrad are like twins. Conrad becomes ill, and so that's kind of like the whole first part, and like they're trying to make elixir of life to cure Conrad. It's kind of like alchemy. It's a really good book. And then this one is kind of like after Conrad has already, spoiler alert, Conrad has passed away, and so now he is now trying to bring Conrad back to life and like visiting him in the spirit world. It's very interesting, and it really does set up what you need to know for Frankenstein. So I love these books. Okay guys, so before we move on to the next part of the video, where I'm going to show you what books I'm going to plan on reading next. So this is Front Desk. I actually found a copy. It's from my school library. I forgot I had this. So I have this copy of Front Desk here so you guys can see it. And so I did realize I am the greatest salesman. I forgot to tell you who it is written by. I think it's OG Mandino. I don't know. It's this name up here. I know it's backwards for you guys. So I don't know. So yeah. Okay, so the next books I'm going to read next, and I can do a part 2 to this video if you guys liked it. So the next book I'll read is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, because my uncle, who is an English teacher, said it was perfectly fine. It's not that scary. It's just more of an advanced read. So that's just the only thing he had to say about that. And then I will also be reading The Alchemist by Nicole Flamel and Michelle Scott. So I'm going to be reading this book too. So I'll let you guys know how it goes if you guys want me to. And then I'm going to read The Giver by Lois Lowry. So those are some upcoming books that I'm going to be reading. So yeah. If you guys like this video, then give a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel down below, and turn on the post notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. And make sure to comment down below any other video ideas. So yeah. And I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!